Hello everybody, today we're going to make slow cook Ropa Vieja. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but that's what we're making, and I've been seeing it on TV and it just looks so good. So this is what we've done here. I've got all my ingredients together and we're going to put it together. I have 1 green bell pepper, 1 red bell pepper, 3 bay leaves, 5 minced garlic, 1 medium thinly sliced onion, and these are thinly sliced too. I have 2 teaspoons of oregano, 1 teaspoon of thyme, 1 tablespoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon each of salt and pepper, a can of beef broth, 2 teaspoons of adobe seasoning. I use it without the pepper because it's a little too spicy for me. 3 tablespoons of tomato paste, sorry, I was going to say pasta, and a can of fire roasted diced garlic tomatoes. So what we have to do now is I've had the crock pot on high. I have about a 3-pound flank steak or a flat steak, you know, stuff you make fajitas out of is how I describe the meat. And we're going to layer it. We're going to use some peppers. We're going to layer the peppers on there and the onions. In fact, I'm just going to put this whole, I got to get another tripod thing because it's all, everything's breaking. Okay, gotta get it all in there. All that garlic, all that good stuff in there. Okay. A few strays here. Now we got all that in there. Now we're going to add our seasoning. We're going to add our oregano, our cumin, our thyme, salt and pepper, our adobe, and at this point I guess we'll put in this, and I usually put in a little bit of beef broth in the can, kind of swish it around, and 3 tablespoons of can't even think, tomato paste. Keep wanting to say pasta. Put you down. That was hard to do with one hand. Okay, and then I believe it says 2 cups, which is 1 can of beef broth. And I just set it all, I put it all over it. Because you're going to stir this in a little bit. I come back and I'll stir it just to get the flavors moving around. And we're going to put the lid on it. And it's going to cook on high for about 5 hours. So, which might go a little bit longer than that. And then after that, we have to add, oh, I forgot the 1/2 cup of white wine. There's a 1/2 cup of white wine, which I have to dig out of the refrigerator. And I'm going to put that in there. So that goes in there too. But then about a 1/2 hour, let's see, or once after the 5 hours, we're going to pull the meat apart, put it all back in there, and add some capers and some stuffed green olives, and heat that up for another 20-30 minutes till it heats through. And we're going to have it with yellow rice and black beans, and I'm soaking my black beans right now, but that will be the next thing we're going to do. But right now, I will be back in about 5 hours to show you the results of this, and in the meantime, I'm going to add my 1/2 cup of wine. Now I'm going to make, oh, my phone froze up. Oh, there. And now we're going to make the black beans. I did start the black beans, or the onions, so that you don't have to sit and wait for me to heat up the pan. But I have the onions, and I just want to get them kind of a little translucent a little. With about 2 teaspoons of vegetable oil. And that's about 1 onion. I had a 1/2 green, or 1/2 red one and 1/2 white one left, so I said I'm using both of those. Use them up. And then I have 2 cloves of garlic that I don't put in until I get the onions a little bit, because I just want the garlic to loosen its flavor, not to burn it or anything. And then we're going to flavor it with some ham base instead of bacon or a ham hock. And I have about a 1/2 pound of soaked beans. I didn't soak these overnight. I put some hot water in them. I let them soak for about 3 or 4 hours. I was up early this morning. You can soak them overnight, but if you forget, like me, You can do that. You can soak them in some hot water for a few hours. So that's that. So we're going to put this together first of all by getting these onions a little bit translucent so that because it's going to cook for a while, so it's not like we have to, need to turn it down a little. It's not like we have to for flavor. Now I'm going to add the garlic. And then as soon as we smell, sorry about that, sorry. As soon as we smell the garlic cooking, we're going to add the, I got it on low now, and I'm just going to kind of keep stirring it. Keeps your garlic sweet. You don't want to have a bitter bite. So we're just going to do that. I got it on low. Alright, now I'm going to add the beans. And there goes the beans. You can do this with canned beans. I've done it before. I just don't have them, or I'll be doing it now. Just mix it all up. Plus we're going to add some salt and pepper. Add a little bit of salt. And some pepper. But yeah, I'm used to make these with ham hocks or bacon, but you know, I try to cut down my fats. So I'm going to use, probably maybe half a teaspoon or a teaspoon. And you do it by taste. You're not looking for that hammy, bacony, fat taste. You're looking for, you know, a smokiness to it. Because also I've never made this other Raja stuff before. So if it has cumin in it, and if it's not strong enough cumin, I will put a little bit in this. But I don't want to overpower everything with cumin. So this, because cumin we can add in any time. And then I'm going to add in 2 cups of water. You may have to add more. But I'm going to start off with 2 cups. And I'm going to get this up to high, get it boiling. And of course you need to taste, but I like to wait a little bit before I get into the tasting. Let it kind of marry up a little bit. And we'll see if we need to make any adjustments. And then you just pretty much let this cook down till the beans are done. And all that flavor is going to be in your beans. You know, you can add, I can add some of that adobe seasoning, you know, whatever how you like it. Sometimes I like just cilantro in it. Sometimes I like the cumin. You know, it depends what I'm eating it with, you know. But it's good. So that's what I'm doing for the beans. So as soon as these come up to boil, I'm going to turn it down. And I'll be back when I'm... Here it is. After 5 hours, it is very hot. I put the olives in, and I turned it off. Now I'm cooking the rice. The black beans are taking a little bit longer than I thought, but I got the yellow rice here. I'm going to cook that here in a minute. The let's see here. I've been adding more water, and every time I added water, I added another little teaspoon of look at them there. Another hour to be done. Yep, they're good. Tasty too. And they just have a little bit of a ham flavor. I'm going to put some cilantro in that. So I have a ham and cilantro. This one does have a cumin taste to it. Tasted it earlier. I don't know. Let's see if it got stronger. That's good. No, it's plenty. Plenty, and some saffron yellow rice. This is boiling. Let's stick it in there. Best way to cook rice, you give it a stir, you put a tight fitting lid on, and you turn it all the way down to low. And in an hour, that will be done. Yum, yum. And this is what it looks like. Let me give it a taste while you're here. Let's see. My cat is having a fit over there. Oh my, that's delicious. Oh yes. That is worth a go. Thumbs up on that one. So I got some yellow rice, and I got some black beans, and this is what I'm having for supper. Big old pot of it left over, and I bet this will taste fabulous tomorrow. I don't know what the pointage is. I'm just eating it. Having one plate, and that's it. What you gonna do? Alrighty, this is what I'm having for supper, and hope you enjoy this recipe. If you like this, give it thumbs up, and if you like my channel, please subscribe. And thank you all to the ones that do subscribe. Y'all have a good evening.